Welcome to the Mi 20 5G gaming review. We will test this phone's performance today with the help of different games. Before we begin, I would like to make a few things clear. In the Mi 20 unboxing, I made a few mistakes while writing my script. I came back after a long break on YouTube and things went south. However, I did fix some mistakes in the video later on, and I would like you guys to accept my apology for that. Anyways, this is our phone with the Snapdragon 865 chipset. It clocks a score of nearly 590k on Antutu and its GPU is Adreno 650. It's got a RAM of 8 gigs, so it would be really interesting to see how it performs when we game. I will be showing you the real-time FPS on the top right corner of the screen. I am using the Gamebench FPS tool to record all the metrics of the games, which will be shown in the end. Let me show you the phone's temperature before starting the games. The room temperature right now is 23 degrees and the phone is at 30 degrees. Let me also show you that I am running this phone on 144Hz refresh rate right now. It is connected to a Wi-Fi connection and its battery percentage is also on your screen. Starting it off with the PUBG Mobile, let me first show you what graphics options do we have in this phone. First of all, we have the smooth graphics with 90 FPS. The HD, HDR and the UHD work with extreme graphics, and the ultra graphics option is also available and I have already started downloading it. First of all, I am going to launch the game with smooth graphics and 90 FPS. Let's see if this 90 FPS is real or not. So far the phone hasn't crossed 61 FPS. The graphics, they look just fine. These are not extraordinary. Remember that this is a 6.67 inches Full HD IPS LCD panel. If you are used to playing games on a Super AMOLED screen like me, you may not like the display quality on this phone. But for the most part, it is good. The details are fine, again not too extraordinary. As you look down from the plane, the elements below are not clearly visible. What I mean is, on a phone like the S20 FE, everything is crystal clear on the ground when seen from the plane. But that phone has its price too. I also think that in this price bracket, the Mi 20 is giving us the best possible resolution. The game runs quite smooth, the phone is not heating up at all right now. Let's play the game for a while and see what happens. Another weird thing is that this phone's bottom firing speaker is towards the bottom left side, so for most of the time you are going to block the speaker and your sound output source will be the front stereo speaker. This is super weird. I remember having the same issue on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra too. I think while testing a phone, the companies should definitely try playing the games and see where they are placing the speaker. The phone doesn't cross 61 FPS at all. Even the Xiaomi's own FPS meter in the game doesn't cross 60 FPS. I am not sure how the 90 FPS on this phone works, or if these FPS tools are unable to show the 90 FPS right now. I will definitely do my research to figure this out. Let me also tell you that I am not enjoying the touch smoothness. It might be because of the screen protector on the phone. The touch responsiveness is perfect. It's just that it doesn't feel as smooth. No lags and no stutters have appeared so far, and now I am unable to find any enemies as well. I guess I'll switch to another graphics mode shortly. Let's check the phone's temperature now. It has definitely gone up, but a range of 40 degrees is not bad at all for this phone. I've seen the phones going above 45 degrees after a gameplay of 20 minutes only. Alright, it's time to switch to the HDR extreme settings. So far, so good. The water quality has enormously improved now. Details are extremely high and good. Everything looks too good in this mode. This mode also runs smooth and well on this phone. The power of this phone is definitely unmatched in this price segment. PUBG players are definitely going to love this phone. Now we can finally switch to the ultra graphics. In these graphics, the frame rate has already come down between 30 and 40. I think this is fine for such graphic settings. The game has now started stuttering. I can literally feel the lag. It's not as smooth as it was in the previous graphics modes. It is playable, but you are going to feel the choppiness in the game's response. But the graphics have become even better than the HDR mode now. The super rich details in these trees, the bushes, and the grass have taken the viewing experience to a whole new level. And the phone is definitely heating up as well now. I can feel it. The temperature has now crossed 40 degrees, but as long as it doesn't cross 45 degrees, I am completely fine with it. And yeah, the back is also making my hands sweat at this time. I am now going to launch the Call of Duty Mobile with very high graphics and very high frame rate. Going to play it in the multiplayer mode first. The game has started off really smooth. You can already see the 60 FPS frame rate on the top. There is no 90 FPS being shown on the meter here for this game either. This game is smoother than anything else in the world.
Recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. Hunter killer drone on standby. Enemy UAV spotted. We tied for the lead. We've taken the lead. Missile on standby. UAV online.
Playing it in the multiplayer mode on the Mi 10T is going to be an experience of its own kind. The phone's temperature is enormously under control now. Graphics could be a bit better, but it is what it is now. Let's play this for a while.
Friendly hunter killer drone deployed. Hunter killer drone deployed.
And now we can move on to the Asphalt 9. Bumping the Asphalt 9's graphics too high, the game has started well and I am going to play it for about 10 minutes. Asphalt 9 to me looks superb. It actually is running flawlessly. It seems much more smooth than the previous two games, but obviously this game is of different type. The graphics and the colors are extremely impressive for this game. Phone's temperature management so far is pretty good. Let's play the Asphalt 9 for a while to record its FPS and other metrics. The game is giving us about 56 FPS continuously, so it would be interesting to see its median FPS in the end. And now I am going to launch the Need for Speed No Limits. I couldn't change its graphic settings because this game's tutorial is so long and so crappy that it can literally take about 30 minutes just to access its settings. Need for Speed No Limits doesn't feel smooth, it doesn't even look good either. Some details are blown off in this game. I am sure this has nothing to do with the Mi 10T 5G and it has to do with the game instead. This game gave me a frame rate of only 45 FPS and I did not quite enjoy or like it. In the end, I ran a couple of runner games. Started off with the Sonic first. Sonic on a 144Hz display does its magic and you won't be bored at all while playing this game for more than usually you play. It looks super rich on the screen and volume output also adds to the beauty of this game. After Sonic, I played the Subway Surfers and the experience was equally good. Both the Subway Surfers and the Sonic easily stay at 60 FPS. In the end, I am going to show you the stats including the CPU, battery and the RAM consumption of each game during the gameplay. The results are on your screen and if you want, I can give you the access to these screenshots for the detailed analysis. So let me know about that as well. We started off with 92% battery. After an hour of gaming, we are still at over 60%, and that too with a 144Hz display. Since this is an adaptive screen, I am sure that has helped this phone's battery to fall less. Anyways, this brings us to the conclusion. This phone is a powerhouse. Gaming on this phone is fun, it doesn't heat up, it gives you a constant FPS of 60 for most of the games, and as far as the gaming experience is concerned, this phone gets my recommendation. You can have a high-end gaming experience without going hard on your pocket. Drop your feedback about this video and your thoughts about this phone in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. With that said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.